First up on our stress awareness topic is mindset or thinking. So, how does thinking equate to stress? Generally, the idea is that when we are lacking a certain amount of information, we try to still go through the challenge with that limited information we have. Um, because we can't see the full picture, we create some kind of, let's say, negative feedback from that experience. And because there's a negative feedback, stress is caused. So, for example, if I need to paint a whole room and I only have a, let's say, small paintbrush, and I'm getting caught up on the amount of time that I need to get it done, because I only have an hour, if I try to complete the whole thing in that time, it might be impossible, based on what I know about painting and how I think painting should be done. However, we could say maybe if I was a professional painter and I did it every day for 15 years, that painting that wall in that amount of time would be a breeze, because I already know all the kind of pieces that need to happen for it to be a fast process. Right? So then we have the full information when you're kind of a specialist, and not all the information when you're just starting out. If it's your first time doing it, you can be patient and easygoing with yourself. It's a fun process. You get to learn all these new things about this thing that you're passionate about, and you get a beautiful wall at the end of it. However, if I start to think that the amount of time that it should take to be a good painter and get it done in an hour is shorter than it really is, not taking into account the experiences of painting, because I don't have that much experience, then you can see how quickly frustration happens. You think something should happen, it's not going to happen. You've invested on it being happening at a certain time, it's not happening. Stress. Now, you can decide to still try to do that project. Some people would. Some people would just give up and say it's impossible and walk away and never do it again. That's also an option. You can also reschedule and find another way to do it like that. You can pay somebody to do it. You can decide to go and get a bigger brush to paint the whole thing. All these things are different kind of possibilities that are in that exact same situation. But at the time that I'm under the pressure, I might not think of any of them. I might be thinking solely only of one way to complete the task. And this is how the mindset really brings about frustration. Frustration then leading to stress. Stress and not being able to acknowledge that that's what it is and I need to find a different situation generally has a negative impact on ourselves for sure, but then on the people around us. Because generally we need to express an emotion, and if we don't, we either repress it, which then is like harm against ourselves, or then we express it, and generally not in the most positive way, and then it's a harm to others. So we really want to find a better solution for the whole thing. And that's how kind of mindset plays out in this scenario. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight. I know there must be tons of questions about the example, and I'd be happy to answer them. And the idea, again, of this conversation is to create questions, which creates more conversation, which then allows it to actually apply to you, and which is what we want to do with this awareness thing. So thank you for listening, and stay tuned for the next version.